Okay, grade eights, circles. We're going to continue to look at them. I know you drew a whole bunch of them with your compasses yesterday, but we're going to do a little bit more today, and we're going to do it in a slightly different way because I'm going to give you information from which you're going to build a circle, not just basically, it's supposed to be 5 centimeters in diameter, that kind of stuff. You're going to have to figure out the size of a circle, what it needs to be through the math that's given to you. Okay, that's coming up with the assignment. But there's also something else I want to show you, and that is how to build a circle using line segments and figuring out how big a circle has to be by using 3 points. Tell you what, I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. Okay, we're going to assume something here. We're going to assume that you need to draw a circle that will include all these 3 points, okay, A, B, and C. In other words, the actual plane will have to pass through A, B, and C. Well, how do you do that? Do you guess? Do you sort of say, well, I'll put a line somewhere around here? You don't, okay? You don't have to guess. Let me show you the steps on how to do this, and you can practice this at home because it'll be part of the assignment you have anyway. Draw a line segment between points A and point B, okay? Now, this is going to be off a little bit. It's because of what I'm doing. If we have a little bit of difficulty getting all the stuff in, don't panic, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compass here, and I'm going to position it right on point A. And I'm going to turn it a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to push this out just so, let me just, here. I'm going to push it out just a little bit more than half of the way up the line segment between A and B. Okay? Now I'm going to change the color here because I want it to stand out. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line, what I want to do is I want to draw a line segment. Let me just select here. I want to draw a circle, or just a line, so I can find myself a line segment that bisects it. So I'm going to put a line segment here, and then I'm going to move to the other side. I'm going to put a line segment here. And I'm going to do it in the same color so you can see it. Okay. Now, I want to do the very same thing. I'm not going to change how much space there is between the point and the pencil on my compass. All I'm going to do is I'm going to change, instead of having it at that point, I'm going to change it so that it's at this point here. Okay? Now, I may not have chosen quite big enough a line, but that's okay. So I'm going to go back to the pens, and I'm going to do a segment here. Ah, see, I didn't make a line large enough. We're going to have to go back and fix that. And then I'm going to make another one. This one will be okay on this side. Then I'm going to make another one here. Okay. So bear with me. I'm going to go back and fix this because I want to make sure that I'm accurate. So I'm going to go to select. I'm going to move this over. I'm going to go to here. The dot. The other thing is I'm doing this with a mouse, right? So, okay. And my circle will be, there we go. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this aside for just a second. I'm going to pick select and move him aside. I'm going to put a line segment in the same color, if I can. I'm going to put a line from here through there. Okay, I think that's on. I'm just going to adjust it just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. So that line segment is absolutely perpendicular to this line segment here is perpendicular to this line segment. Okay. In other words, it forms 2 right angles. You with me so far? All right. So now that I've got one there, let's do it again. And this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line segment from B to C, just like this. And now I'm going to do the same thing using the protractor, and I'm going to change the color. Using the protractor, or the compass rather, I am going to get two more things and see if I can get the same idea here, okay? So here we go. I'm going to go to my select, and I'm going to place my point here. I'm going to turn this, and notice, oh, I'm not quite halfway. So I'm going to push this out a little bit till about, let's say there. I'm going to change the color of my pen so we can see it a little easier. We'll go with yellow. And I'm going to do a line that goes like that. Okay? Now, without moving the distance between the point and the pen, I'm going to move this up to this side, like that. And I'm going to do the same thing. First of all, I'm going to move, I don't want to move that. I'm going to do this and this. Okay, so then I can actually take this away now. And I can put a line segment from here through to here. Oh, but look for a second. I have a confluence right here, right at this little dot right here. That's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my protract, my compass, and I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to pick a point on one of these 3 points on here to measure up to. So you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it around this way. And I'm going to bring it in so it goes in out of that point. And watch this. If I take this and do this, it goes through C, goes through A, goes through B. So what you've basically done, and I'll move this aside so you can see what I'm saying. I took a perpendicular point and made it here, going through. I made a perpendicular point using the yellow off of here, so I've got it here. Where those two line segments now reach, right there, is the center to your circle. Okay? Now, I know it looks really messy, but it does the job. Let me go through this one more time. Take your 3 points, draw 2 line segments between them. That's number 1. Take line segment AB, take your compass and go just a little bit past halfway, draw 2 arcs using A as your center, then 2 arcs using B as your center. Where the 2 arcs intersect, draw a line between those 2. Do the very same thing on the other side. Okay, line segment BC, a little more than halfway, 2 arcs, where the arcs intersect, here and here, a line segment between those. The point where the 2 line segments intersect, which is right here, is the exact center of the circle that you're going to be drawing. All right? So, using pencil, it's easy because you can erase all the lines that are inside, but you get the idea of how to do that. All right? Now, your questions for this assignment might be up a little late, no later than 6 o'clock. But what I'd like you to do is make sure that you practice this and put together a line. Just put 3 different points up there and see if you can build a circle out of the work. Okay? All right, give it a shot. We'll see how you do tomorrow.